Muscatine, and happy Valentine's Day. Before we get started, I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors: Hy-Vee, Unity Point Health, Trinity Muscatine, Muscatine Power and Water, Becky Insurance, Toyota of Muscatine, Rivo Plumbing and Heating, Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Lutheran Living Senior Campus, Impact Life Blood Center, Harper Cycling and Fitness, Muscatine County Fair, Bayer of Muscatine, and Muscatine Walk to End Alzheimer's. A couple events that are happening. We have the boys basketball game tonight at 7:30. Varsity will be live here through Discover Muscatine if you can't make it in person. You can watch it here on Facebook, on YouTube, and even on MPW's Channel 3. And also tomorrow, the Unity Point Health and Trinity is presenting a second community education series that's going to be talking about preventing dementia and also promoting healthy lifestyles, especially with the importance of exercise. So this is going to be at 5:30 p.m. at Musser Public Library. You can register online. You can go to Unity Point Trinity on their website, go underneath classes and register there. You can also call and also talk to Angela Coop. That can also do the reservation to secure your spot for the live viewing. But we will have this also recorded through Discover Muscatine if you can't make it in person. This is something very important to think about, especially when it comes to living a healthy lifestyle and incorporating daily movement into your life, and of course with the prevention of dementia and Alzheimer's. So this is something that also Dr. Saga will be talking about this Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. We are going to jump right into today's show. I have two amazing guests with me, and I have a lot of information to share with you. So first up, I have Amy Hessel here from the Muscatine Y to talk about basically everything going into 2023. Let's just say it like that. I'm going to move my balloon so I can see you. But first off, how was your Valentine's Day so far?
So far, so good. I got to sleep in just a smidgen because I didn't have to be here until almost 9. So I was like, yay!
That's always a great way to start the day. Anything fun at the Y for Valentine's Day?
So when I leave here, I am heading to our Silver Sneakers Valentine's party. So we have no idea how many people we'll have coming, right? But a couple of the participants were like, oh, I don't know, we're gonna have a lot. That's the talk of the town right now. So we have three back-to-back classes typically for Silver Sneakers. So with 15 to 20 people in each of those classes.
So yeah, it's gonna be a party. You're gonna have a party today.
Yes, but there is still room for more participants in Silver Sneakers. So if you're interested in joining those classes, Tuesdays and Thursday mornings, there is still plenty of space and opportunity for you to get involved in those.
Perfect. And no cost?
So if you have a membership,
yep, it's
no cost. If you have Silver Sneakers through your insurance, there's a way to get your memberships through that. Mm-hmm. So, and then we also do punch cards. So you can buy a punch card if you're a non-member without Silver Sneakers insurance. You can get a punch card, and it's pretty reasonably priced for about 10 punches. It's like $15 for 10 punches. I made that up. It is not that price, but it is something close. You know, it is something close to that. It is very inexpensive to come in and join those Silver Sneaker classes without a membership. So.
Nice. And I would say that's awesome that you have three back to back.
Yes, and we also have an Aqua, a Silver Sneaker splash class.
Oh.
And come April 1st, we will have a few more opportunities for Silver Sneakers, but we're still in the process of working those. But
it is growing.
Yes, so
I love it.
Very excited. That wasn't even that isn't even on the list of stuff I sent you.
It happens. We just go with the flow of this. So speaking of kind of a deadline that is approaching soon, you have spring soccer.
Spring soccer, yes. So spring soccer. So soccer, of course. Being on the pitch is one of my favorite things in the whole, like my favorite things to do. And so soccer is so dear to me, and having a place for kids and youth to come for a developmental program, one that focuses on skills and relationships, and you know, everybody plays, everybody has an opportunity to grow. That's our Y Soccer program. And so that deadline is Saturday. And we take 4-year-old preschoolers through 8th graders.
Okay.
So most of the teams are now co-ed. Unfortunately, that's just the way it has to be anymore. But
it's a great learning experience too.
Yeah. So, but it's developmental recreational program, and we want kids to learn sportsmanship and teamwork, and I love everything that can come out of soccer, right? Like, or any other youth sports, right? You're learning decision making. You're learning how to, take wins and losses, and builds character.
And I can't believe I'm saying this. You have to learn quick on your feet too, not just physically, but also mentally.
Yeah. So your coaches can be hollering at you, but you're not hearing them. You have to make those decisions on the field. As the time happens. But it's also about like just being a good team member, right? Like working together, being there to support each other. When my kids, when I coached them in soccer, it's just amazing to see that group of kids just kind of bond and form and care for each other, right? Like I had one kid who I said, what's your favorite position to play? The bench. Love practices, right? Because it was one of the few places that this particular kid felt like he was part of something. Now, he loved to come to practices. He worked hard in practice, but the game, he was like, they can play. I would rather just sit and cheer for them, but he was still part of a team.
Yeah.
Now, I made him play, but his mom and dad were there to watch him play. But it wasn't, I didn't force them out there, but the idea that just where you can find, it's something for everyone, whether you're a big runner or not a big runner, like I just love being on the pitch is my favorite place.
And what is the prices for the registration?
So $43 for our members and $63 for non-members. And that price includes, all your gameplay and then the t-shirt, the uniform t-shirt. So you will need to have shin guards are a requirement. So that is an extra expense that you will have to have and then cleats are they're not required.
Okay.
But they're helpful if you have soccer cleats. But they're not required. And most kids want them, Yeah,
and it's probably a good idea. And when does practice then start?
So we will start right after spring break. So we start the week of March 27th.
Okay.
And so you typically will practice 1 to 2 times. Most teams practice 2 times a week. And then typically games are on Saturday. We do have some games that fall on a weekday. So like Easter weekend is one of our first weekends that would be a game play. So we move that to the week during the week. So we're not taking away from that family weekend and that much needed time with family for Easter.
Understandable.
Or if like the soccer complex has a big tournament, we sometimes have to make other arrangements for our games during the week so that they can accommodate that big tournament. So, but all of that is out, right away. When your first practice is, you'll get your game schedule and all of that. So
awesome. And how long does the season go for?
6 games or 6 weeks a game. So it's 2 weeks of practice leading up to the games, and then you still practice during the game season.
Yep.
So it's 6 weeks a game. So about 8 weeks is your total season.
All right. Well, not bad. I would say for that pricing, not bad at all. It's a lot of fun.
Yes.
It gets the kids out, and team bonding experience.
Yes.
And then now let's go into an adult fun atmosphere.
So, and you were talking about the pricing, right? So, and we're going into this adult atmosphere. This is how the Wine and Dine event that's coming up. That's how we keep our stuff low, right? Like we have to do some fundraising. We have to get out there in the community, and people have to see us and support us through our annual campaign, support us through these fundraisers and all of that stuff. And so Dine, it is such a lovely event. I just love it. And this year again, we'll be at the Proof Social Wine Bar. It's a 5-course meal, each paired with either a wine or a cocktail from Proof Social.
Love it.
And so April 22nd is that date. Tickets are on sale. Currently on sale. You can get those. We usually sell out. We take between 40 and 50 people. So we do usually sell out. So it's not something you want to wait to the last minute for.
Definitely not. No.
And it's open seating, so you can. I try to if I know that Amber, Autumn, you're coming with a group of 6. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Oh my gosh, you're good.
A group of 6, then we can make sure that we have those tables available so that accommodate all of that, want to sit together and stuff like that. So
I have been getting so sidetracked. I've been counting the amount of flowers and bouquets I've been seeing off to the side, and it's just every time I just like I look at you and I see a bouquet of flowers all of a sudden.
Well, I mean, I am a bouquet
You are
of flowers.
a bouquet of flowers. Yes, you are. Who's the sponsors for the meals and the drinks that are happening for this event?
So Proof Social, Skinnies and Boonies, and then like Proof Social Wine Bar, they're all part of the, so there'll be food from all of those.
Very nice.
All of those entities and stuff, but this will be our 3rd year with them. And it's very exciting. It's just a really neat place to be if you haven't been in the wine bar. It's just really a place to be, and the staff are just great.
Are you going to be upstairs then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So
I love it.
And we love the place, and it's just decoration. Teresa is fabulous and fabulous to work with, and so we are just very excited to be able to do our Wine and Dine event again with them.
And where did the proceeds of this event go to?
Particularly the focus into any of our youth programming.
Perfect.
So, we have 80 hours of free middle school programming a month.
Wow.
So, you don't have to have a membership. So it bundles into that. We keep our after school and our summer childcare prices pretty low, and so those things kind of help with that too. So
I think that's great. And then the pricing for this?
So it's $50 per ticket, and that will be your 5-course meal. It will be live music. Then you have some other options to support the program through silent auctions and raffles and things like that.
Who doesn't love silent auctions and raffles?
One of the best things that we do is I do surprise boxes, and I had like 70 last year, and they're from $5 gift cards to $100 gift cards, depending on whatever I get. And I sell them for $5, and if you don't come, if you're not one of them, if you're the last person in the door, you're not.
Yeah, so early.
Show up early. The doors open at 6, dinner's at 6:30, so there is, but you're going home with something if you buy a surprise box.
You're also going home with a full belly.
A full belly.
Delicious food. And
I always find at least one wine that I really, really enjoy that is paired up with one of the meals or one of the courses. So it's just another fun way to, you don't have to open the whole bottle.
Yeah.
And
you can even buy a bottle there upstairs and take it home.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure lots of people went home with wine last year.
I go there for a couple bottles of wine each month, and I can never complain because they always have a perfect selection to choose from.
Yes, and they're very knowledgeable about the wine, so it's very helpful when you're purchasing wine if you're not a regular person who gets into the wines too much. So that's what I love too about this is the food and the drinks. So
and the atmosphere. It's going to be a great time. So tickets are on sale now. You can go to the Y's website under events.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay, yeah.
$50. Get a whole group of people together. Just make it a fun evening of just pure relaxation. And it's a Saturday night, so you're going to go.
Yes.
And then going into the summer, and I can't believe we're already talking about the summer, you have Summer Kids Camp. So tell us about the registration, what they can look forward to for this event.
So Summer Kids Club is a licensed childcare program for school-age childcare. So we take entering kindergarten through 6th grade. We'll take up to 12-year-olds.
Okay.
And so it is full day, 45 in the morning till 6 p.m. at night. Or whatever you need. If you need us at 9 to 5, that's what we get, right? So registration for the program will open on March 1st.
Okay, so coming up.
It is very important if you want your kids to be at the Summer Kids Club program with the Y that you get in there March 1st. Last year we filled 120 slots in a day and a half.
Oh my goodness.
So March 2nd at noon we were full and on a waiting list.
Wow.
And we worked off list the entire summer. And we have had waiting list for our after school program. We have 105 kids coming a day in our after school program. So, and with a waiting list, and I was not able to take anybody off of the waiting list this year because we've had many people attending on a regular basis. So, so it is important if you are wanting to get your kids into Summer Kids Club at the Y that you really put March 1st on your calendar. Yeah. And you will be able to register online, over the phone, or by stopping into the Y. Okay. So I guarantee at 8 o'clock there will be a line at the front desk.
Oh my!
We
it's
will
like Black Friday.
So there'll be a line, phone calls, but you know the easiest way is to get online and do it online too. So
do you just have one person that day just answering phones?
Sometimes it feels like so you know Terry comes in early, it's there, and someone else will be in early because
it's like a
so
it's like the teleprompts, like raffles online. Start hitting
just
the button.
go.
Yeah, just
yep.
go.
Yeah, it was crazy. I did not like I knew we'd fill up last year. I just had no idea that it would be a day and a half. So
wow.
So it is really important. And June 15th, if you have a 4-year-old that's going to be going into programming at the Early Learning Center, preschool, or looking for your kindergartner or older, next June 15th is that date for school. So
okay. And I gotta ask. So remind me again. How many are you accepting before hitting a wait list?
120.
Okay.
So then I assess like how many of you are part-time. You know, so we do accommodate part-time.
Okay.
If you only need us Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and so only needs us Tuesday, Thursday, you kind of make one person, and then I can maybe take another person off that waiting list. Okay. So we can have 120 kids a day. I don't want 120 kids a day. We did that one summer, which is why we break it down at.
That scares me.
We did 160 a couple summers ago, and was fabulous, right? But a lot.
That's a lot.
We had almost 20 kids a day for 5 or 6 of the 12 weeks.
I just have one, and I'm good. Like having 120.
I have a
oh
great
my gosh.
staff. We have a great staff this summer. I'm super excited. So my current after-school staff, and then all my returners from last summer I'm so excited. We have a lot of college students returning for the summer.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so I'm very excited.
You'll have a good crew.
Yes. Yep. I'm not panicking about, am I going to find enough staff? I have it, right? Like it's very exciting. There might be 1 or 2 more hires, but for the most part, we are looking pretty good. I'm very excited. Like I said, I'm very excited. We'll have field trips, swimming a couple times a week. We focus on art, outdoor play, STEM and wellness, mindfulness, all of the important lessons that they need to keep going with to prevent some of that summer learning loss. So.
And is there a registration fee or anything for pricing?
The registration fee is $25. So that is paid at the time of registration. It is non-refundable. And then that $25 then goes to help support the field trips. So I don't ever ask you for money for this field trip or that field trip. And it also includes the T-shirt.
Okay.
So
that's a fair price.
Yeah. So and for a member, we keep it to $105 a week for full-time care. So it's very affordable, and that includes 2 snacks and a hot lunch. So
there we go. Keep them fed, keep them happy. And talking about even more in sense of children, you have a fundraiser happening for Be a Child Sunshine. First off, if someone doesn't know what this is, can you tell them what it's about?
So April is Child Abuse Prevention Month. The Prevent Violence Coalition of Muscatine and the Protection Center are working together to do some fundraising and awareness. And that is with our T-shirts that we are selling, and all of that funding is going to go to the our local Protection Center. So it all stays in Muscatine. We brought back last year's design and T-shirt because a lot of people love the baseball length sleeves, the baseball jersey style shirts.
They're comfortable.
And they are. And then we threw in we found Be a Child Sunshine. And Blue Out Day is, do I have that? 7th in Muscatine, and that's actually the Iowa is following that. So April 7th is a day, even if you don't buy the T-shirt, it's a day to wear blue and support child abuse prevention and giving hope to every child. And so The t-shirts are online orders, and they have U sizes all the way through 3X's. So we can accommodate anyone. They're all delivered to one place here in Muscatine, and then we'll kind of, I know you, I'm going to take it out, or we'll give you a call and have you make arrangements for you to pick it up. You can have it shipped to you. There's just a shipping cost on that. If you have it all go to our one person, then there's no shipping cost on that. So, so we just make that easy, but it really is easy to purchase them, and like you said, they're really comfortable. The jersey styles are the thin material. It's real soft, and but it really does. We all need to work together to make sure that every child has hope and has some sunshine in their life, and make sure that they have some place that they can go to when they need support.
I remember April 7th last year, the bridge was lit up. The Merrill was olive and blue. I mean, everywhere had blue lights. It was really pretty. When is the deadline?
March 10th is our deadline for ordering the shirt. Okay, and then they should be in a couple weeks after that, so you'll definitely have them by April 7th.
And where can they go for the shirts?
So it is on apexinc.com. If you look at the Muscatine Prevent Violence Coalition Facebook page, I have it on our Muscatine Community Y teen page. You can, for Facebook, you can find the links in there real easy too. So sometimes that's easier than trying to find the link in the t-shirt.
If someone doesn't have access to it, can they go to the Y and assist with purchasing?
I will love to help anybody. So
be able to, in case someone does need any questions or anything.
Yes, I would love to help anyone do that. So
I would say, I remember they were on, and I was able, I think I had a couple of the flyers that I took to our gym. I know we had a bunch of athletes, them as well, and I think I bought the t-shirt. I don't know if I bought the, now I gotta remember which one I bought. Scott has the baseball one. Yeah. It was really comfortable.
Yes, and of course I get them every year, even though I have a blue shirt, right? But I love the fact that we're supporting our local protection center and all the things that they for kids' health and safety. So
it's perfect. I love it. It's my favorite. And going into a couple things happening, I can't believe I'm already talking about spring break.
Oh, and that's going to be here before we even know all, right? Like,
I don't even stop. No, it's yeah. Okay, spring break happening in the month. What are some of the things the kids can look forward to?
So we do have a sports camp for our school age kids, our kindergartners through 6th graders, and that is the week-long mornings, and it includes lunch. But it is 8 in the morning till 12:30, and every day is a different sport or different activity. So the kids will come in, and if it's basketball today, they're going to play some skills in basketball. They're going to play some games. They'll fill in with some dodgeball, ping pong, and some other activities, you know. And then we feed them lunch.
Gotta keep them fed.
Yes. So, and I believe that is $60 and $90 for non-members to participate in the sports camp, but half a day camp plus lunch.
They'll be totally fine. They're going to come home and want to take it.
Yes, and once they do it, they want to come back. So they'll walk out of there red-faced and full. So it's very exciting to see all the time. We will also have no school specials left. And our school-age child care program. You don't have to be involved in our regular after-school program to participate in that. So, so if you need care for the summer or for spring break, we can accommodate that also. And there's 18 something a day for our no school specials.
Any deadline registration spring camp?
40 kids. You know, the sooner the better. Prices do go up a couple days before each day. So that we make sure that we have enough staffing and adequate food and all of that stuff. So
perfect.
And then we'll also have our school teen center programs from 1 to 4 every morning or every afternoon in the teen center. So
I say 1 to 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Well, they probably are still up. We're not. 1 to 4 in the afternoon, and we'll have dodgeball and Nerf wars. We have a movie day. One of our biggest hits is always the Live Among Us games that they play. and some basketball also. So
I got live Among Us.
So it's based off of the video game Among Us. It's harder for me. The whole premise is like you got imposters, and so like one person is like an imposter, but you got to try to figure out who the person is. And you go through different challenges, like challenges, mental challenges that we set up. So
I'll have to look into this later.
But we do get quite a few kids who look forward to it and stuff, you know, but as they do the challenges, then they have to try to figure out who's not doing the challenges, and then like you can, if you're the imposter, your job is to take people out. So like I'll just like tap you and kind of go on with my life, and then they have to try to figure out who tapped you and knocked you, you know, like.
Interesting.
So it is it's very interesting. I didn't know much about it, but they all started playing it, and we've been doing now these for over a year or so, and
nice.
And they're popular. So
we'll have to. It's a tab. I will look this up and do some knowledge. I'm learning.
I don't know much about the game. We have converted the game into a live version.
Though I like the live version rather than the actual staring at a version.
Yes, yes.
And okay, let's talk about. I can't believe we're talking about this summer already. But you have a great save the date.
Yeah.
Put it in your calendar.
Put it in your calendar, please. So June 20th this year is our lip sync battle at the Mississippi Brew. They host us for I don't know, a lot of years. How I figure it out is I count back to what I have performed, and then I'm like, okay, thanks.
But that's then you know what not to repeat.
Not to repeat. So, so some years my husband and I duets, and some years we battle against each other. Last year we battled against each other because we don't like the same music.
Yeah, I like battle. I think that's more fun.
So, but the lip sync battle, it is a fun event. We have categories for youth and families, and so we'll have a mother-daughter. We have just kids. We have whole families. It's just great to see. I mean, I'm always amazed when the 6-year-old up on stage or 4-year-old gets up and performs. You know, even if it's lip syncing, you're up on stage performing in front of people. Like, you know, you don't know how many, you know, just the idea of performing in front of people. We typically will fill the entire brew garden with people coming to watch the event or performing. And then we have the adult and corporate battle. I really, really want to see the corporate battle this year come to life. I've been trying to get this, and I just always run out of time to push it, right? Yeah. So I really need to reach out to people, and
well, it is February, so you have time.
Reach out and get them to challenge, whether it's realtors challenging other realtors, the banks and credit unions challenging each other, so that we can pump that category up. But you don't even have to perform. You can just come out and enjoy the show and eat some great food, because they're giving us 20% of the that night. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
So lip sync battle for 2023 is June 20th at the Brew in the evening. So
should get MPW with like their AO office versus the plants and have them collab.
Yes,
that would be entertaining.
I will. I'll reach my contacts there.
Oh, Mitch would easily do it. He sang at Jingle and Mingle.
Oh, and Aaron Gross is a big part. He's usually part of this too. He usually performs. So.
Okay, so Tuesday, June 20th. You're gonna have to remind me several times.
I'm sure I'll be on again.
I would say, or a Facebook event. I love Facebook events. I get those all. I can't believe we talked about summer.
It's
crazy.
Great, yes.
But it's a good thing.
Like, if the sooner I get things out, then if you're looking at things, I really try when we're doing events and activities and stuff that I'm not competing with people. No, it just sometimes happens, right? I do stuff out as early as I can.
You have to.
And so I hope that everybody else is putting on, you know, there's things at the same time, but I know that does happen. So, but I really try. If I knew someone else was doing a big event that was similar to what we were doing, I wouldn't have put it on those dates and stuff.
Yep.
So,
so just looking into March and April, registered for spring soccer. You have until this weekend.
This weekend, yep.
You have spring break happening, so if you want to get your kids involved for that week, get them registered. for the adults, get registered for Wine and Dine event, April 22nd.
Yep.
Oh, I was gonna say it. 6:30 or 6 o'clock. Dinner at 6:30 at Proof Social upstairs. Get amazing food, wine pairings, and cocktail pairings, and also towards the why and the benefits to help the kids there with the programs. So beautiful opportunities just in the next 2 months.
Yes.
We'll start there. We will start 2 months, and then we will
February,
cover more
March here
as we get closer. Well, Amy, thank you so much for coming on and giving us all of this amazing information. There's a lot happening. And the other thing I forgot to mention was magic.
Oh, yeah. So David Casas is hosting another class with us, and that will start right after spring break for 5 weeks.
Okay.
So
March 27th.
7-year-olds through 15-year-olds he'll take. So,
Perfect.
and it really is fun to watch them grow and perform. The last class they'll perform a trick. So it's for their family and friends. So.
And they can register at the Muscatine Y under events or under classes, and all of that information is there.
Yes.
And everything that we talk about is always on the website, and I love it. It's easy for people to click and go to and navigate through. So thank you so much for coming on.
All right, thank you.
We are going to take a quick break, and then I have Lieutenant from the Salvation Army coming in about what's happening there.
Here at Toyota,
Exciting news. We'll be right back.
Here at Toyota Muscatine, we're here to serve.
When you buy a vehicle at a multi-brand dealership and it isn't locally owned, it can be difficult to get information that you need.
That's why all of our trained salespeople are focused on one thing, getting you the best deal possible on a new or used Toyota.
And when you pick your favorite, we will help you with financing and maintenance.
We love helping our neighbors.
Come to Toyota Muscatine today.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
Hello, and we are back. I have Lieutenant Macy here from the Salvation Army. And before everything gets started, I'm so excited. You have some very, very exciting.
Yep.
Drum roll.
Yep, we're got a baby.
Woo!
And we're really excited. Surprised, but excited. So we'll be here in August, right before starts again, and that rolls out. So should be very interesting.
You will have plenty of babysitters.
Oh, yes.
I promise you, you will have plenty of babysitters. But hey, now next year, hopefully we don't have a blizzard like we had the last time.
I know, yeah.
We will get together while the guys are outside freezing, and we will just have play dates while the boys are doing fitness in hopefully not negative 20 degree
I know.
weather.
What a crazy start, right, to Christmas and how it ended.
I am so glad that we contacted you about what is Lucas going to do, and he's like, I'm going home. We're like, okay, good.
Yeah, Hy-Vee was really concerned. They're like, maybe you should go home. We don't want a dead lieutenant on our hands out here.
We don't need an icicle Lucas.
Yes.
And so talking about the Christmas season, recap, how was it for your first time here for Muscatine?
Yeah, there's a lot of different curveballs thrown this Christmas. One, the fact that we're new and that we're taking on a whole bunch of things we've never done here in Muscatine before. Whether we've done them somewhere else, it always looks different in a new community, so that added so much already. It also added that we did our positions filled for Christmas. So we were doing a lot of things maybe the box didn't have to do previously. So it just put a lot more on our plate. And but you know, at the end of the day, we had a lot of people supporting us, and the community just came through in an amazing way, and we just watched as the numbers kept rising and rising. And the crazy thing is, like, towards the end, weather was so bad, even our division quarters was closed, so we didn't get super up-to-date numbers. And really until January hit.
Yeah.
And then it goes all the way through January. So right now we know that we have surpassed our goal, and we do I know, amazing, right? We didn't, our last 3 days, which are normally the biggest income bringers at Hy-Vee, Walmart, and different places, usually stacked with people, were completely not.
Yeah.
And so we didn't know how things were going to end up.
It was like the 20th through what was like the 25th or 26th. It was
Yeah.
just unbearable.
Yes, it was so cold, and that's also why I decided for Lucas to come in early, because we just didn't want to make sure that safety was priority.
Yeah.
And people are calling and saying like, oh, I don't know if we're gonna make it, and it's like, that's okay, stay home, it's gonna be okay. It was at the end of the day, and we'll have more accurate numbers this week, later this week actually. The newspaper will release kind of some of those, but we did surpass our goal, which is amazing place sitting. And just to give you kind of an idea, a lot of Salvation Armies didn't even come close to making their goal this year.
Wow.
Numbers were down all around the United States, but for us to not only make our goal, but then surpass it, we're one of the very few. So we just gotta cheer and say, what did we do? Remember what we did this year, and hopefully we can resemble it in ways, but then do better in a lot of other ways for next year. So
When we did, so we ended up doing kettle at our gym,
Yes.
and I love the fact that you guys were
the whole time.
I mean, did we hit our, like, we had the $1,000 goal?
Yeah.
No, but we were super happy with even like what
Yeah.
had happened for just being like virtual.
Yeah.
And I think having Patrick
I know, so cute.
Perfect.
I know. I was dying. I was like, do more, do more. It's so funny and so fun to watch. Like, look at, you could just see the support of our community when you just things last minute and they still come through in a big way. It's amazing.
I got to do a shout out to even Greg Bach. I mean, he was freezing in the kettle with Lucas at the same time, and he ended up hitting their goal, so he got to go home. I think just like a few days just before the storm hit, and he was representing Muscatine.
Yes.
And it was just like, oh,
he does
so
have from Muscatine, so and we love that. Because we're starting to, now being here for 8 months, we're starting to understand in a new way why they love Muscatine so much. And just once we see the love that's here and the community that's here, and we just love it. The more we get to know people and say hi in the grocery store, it just makes life a little sweeter. And
I told you it was going to happen.
I know.
You were going to go to the grocery store. You're going to run into so many people and just be endless conversations.
Yeah.
And you were talking about some positions that still need to be filled. What are those positions that you're looking for right now?
The fall/early winter, we created a youth worker position and an after-school program position to really help us, because we've been in the after-school program every single day, so that takes us from doing other things that we can do. No matter how much I love it, it's still it's 4 to 5 hours a day. Pickups and then waiting till the kids go home. So we kind of took a pause on it because we really wanted to make sure get the word out and fill these positions with quality people if they're going to be working with our kids. So we have the after school program position open, and you can jump on, you can search the Salvation Army Muscatine, and positions will pop up and you can apply. It's a great position, just a few hours after noontime to work with our kids and help them and do their spelling and math, and then they have free time, and they're wonderful kids. So I apply, I would do it myself. And then we have a little bit of a
going on right now.
I know, exactly. And then we have a youth worker position, which more helps with youth programming a little bit. They do after school a little bit, but they kind of will help with teen night and children's things on Sunday. So it's a little bit of a difference in that position versus solely after school counselor, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So apply online, you can search us up. I should have brought the link or something.
We can attach it in the comments.
Yes, so we really need quality people, and because our kids matter a lot, and we want to make sure they have the best. So,
and if someone isn't, maybe those two positions just aren't, right for them, or they, if maybe it's too much for them.
Sure.
What are some volunteer opportunities that they can look forward
Absolutely. So we do have the after-school program, which you can definitely sign up to volunteer. Maybe you just want to help with homework time and then head out. That's totally fine. Or we have our food pantry that always needs good, consistent volunteers. Then we have things like events. Like I had a message that little princess, I can't remember what it's called, she wanted to come and volunteer for a family event. And I was like, okay, let me see how I can plug her in.
Like a Miss Princess, like the pageants?
Yes,
okay.
Yep. So,
don't ask me, I don't know
there's yeah, I don't either. A lot of people, there's a lot of ways people can get plugged in. Just calling and saying, hey, a big one is helping us pick up our Hy-Vee donations on Wednesday mornings. We don't have anyone to help with that right now, and if we're busy doing something else, then that's dropped. So we really need help in a lot of different ways. And
well, I've seen Axel with Lucas.
Yes, yeah,
he's been doing a great job.
Yeah, he's a really good boy, and he's all about helping out in any way possible. And he loves people, so he's like, oh, I get to see people, yay!
The window the last time I saw.
He's here today, actually. He's waiting for us. He's our little buddy, and
he's great. I love him.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
And so I would say opportunities for volunteering. I mean, just about anything. Going into first step is literally going into Salvation Army and saying, how can I?
And anyone, not only my husband and I, who wear the uniforms usually, but anyone in our building can help get you figured out and saying, oh, there's someone here that wants to volunteer. Well, we have youth programming, we have meal site, we have just so many things going on, and we could use help in all different places. So
perfect. And going into your programs. Let me see if I can get this right. After school, youth, teen, family,
yes,
and women.
Yep.
Did I miss any?
Nope. Yes. I think you did a great job.
So let's start with after school. We just talked about that. So you need 2 positions for that, and then of course the volunteers. But how do kids get involved in the?
So our numbers compared to last year have actually, in the amount of kids we're serving. In our after school program, I think we have like 40 registered and can see 25 to 35. But we've had a drastic increase of needing to do pickups. Okay. And so previously they picked up 2 kids at one school, and now we're picking up kids from 6 different schools. In our area, and so that I don't know, that just adds a whole nother dynamic with the transportation, because we have one large vehicle, and so we're trying to work on figuring out, can we get another vehicle? What does this look like? So a lot of kids, so right now we're kind of trying to take a pause on accepting kids from schools other than Franklin, just because we have to figure out transportation a little bit better. But anyone from Franklin who wants to register they get transported. Susan Clark Junior High, they get transported to our location as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
that makes it a little.
Yeah, the middle schools come in and they are more like they learn to be good leaders. They get their homework done, but they also help give spelling tests and help with snack, and we the work, right? And especially if they don't have anything, because it really truly builds character in them. Leadership skills. It gets them ready for the real world and high school. So
that's a scary thing.
Yes, it is. I remember those days, and I don't want to go back. But it also gives them an opportunity to have a safe place. And like I think of yesterday, and one of them just needed to someone and be comforted because she was being picked on. And how she can come here and she can share and remind her that she's so we also do that as well. So
I need to go teach a kid a lesson.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, deal.
Teenagers.
Teenagers. Add it to my list. And talking about teenagers, teen nights.
Yes. So we have them about twice a month right now, and Lucas and I lead it, and we're actually planning for a Nerf War night, which I'm not gonna play, but I'm building the battlefield, and so our kids are super excited. We've had 15 each,
Fun.
but as they invite their friends, it's growing. So if you have a teenager and want them to have some safe fun, then come to the Salvation Army and find out those dates for our teen nights, because it's always a blast and a half.
Well, yeah, with Nerf guns, yeah, that is a blast.
Lucas is like, can we get more Nerf guns? No more Nerf guns.
Lucas, do we need more? Okay. I would say, I'm sure has plenty, yeah. Do you
He's smiling over there.
Like the gear too? I don't know.
I wouldn't need gear.
Yeah, the glasses, you're good. And going into the favorites, you had one upcoming.
Yeah, our very first one just happened, and it was a Valentine's themed family night, and what we had was the most amazing Valentine's race. So you think of the race, that show.
Oh, yes.
And you do different activities and puzzles, and then you come and you get a clue to then put the last final puzzle together. And
nice.
I don't know if the picture is of the family who won. We just had only a few families, but also the word out very early. So I was like, okay, I'm going to plan really far in advance to get the word out for the next one.
Let me ask the production crew. Hey, Chris, do you have the photo of the family night?
It was so cool.
We didn't know if it was up or yet.
This family, awesome. This family that won had said, I could cry, so exciting.
Aww.
And that's a blessing to us, because if we reach one family or make a difference in their day, in their life, in one simple way, it matters. So even though we didn't have as many people, so now we're promoting ahead of time for the next one, which is going to be every time it's going to be a family interactive kind of thing. You're not going to just come and play a board game or things. It's going to be moving around, doing things. Our next one is a Hawaiian family feud.
Nice.
So I'm really excited about the food that's there, the decoration, borrowing some decorations, and the fun that we're going to have at the next one. So
family feud.
As
Those
families
are always
compete.
So entertaining.
Yes, I live for it. So
they're always great to watch.
Yeah.
So for these programs, so the actual one, the youth, and then you have also a women's ministry one.
Yeah.
What does that entail?
Yeah, so we've seen the numbers in the women's ministries during the week grow drastically as I've started it this past year. It's on Wednesdays at 11 p.m. All women are invited. I find a lot of time it's women that are at home, so which is perfect for this. And later on, we might start an evening one for who work during the day or whatever. Once we get enough interest, we do different things. Like this past week, we had a Valentine's party. And have you ever played that Saran wrap game?
Yes.
Well, so
roll the dice.
yes, you roll the dice and you steal it. It was crazy in there, and they're like, the lieutenant gets crazy. I'm like, I'm competitive when it comes to games, and they just had a blast. And a lot of them hadn't even played that game before. I was so surprised. But we had Valentine's treats, and this Wednesday we're going to write encouraging notes to each other and to build each other up and play some more games. And we do Devo, and we got prizes last time, so they were all about that. I said it's Valentine's Day, everyone deserves a little something.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, isn't there a thing called Valentine's Day or something like that? So that was basically your version of it.
Pretty
much. A lot of craziness.
Yes, yelling and laughing.
And you also have something else coming up. So I love when I hear people creating goals themselves. I mean, you know me, being a new coach, creating goals, action steps behind it. You have something that's happening called the Pathway of Hope.
Yes, and it's been happening. It's just looked different in different seasons, I think. We had someone who did Pathway of Hope for a long time and then passed away, and then we got someone new, and previous officers else working on it. We currently have Kim Mills, who we had Christmas time, December, to join our team. And so what they do is the goal of Pathway of Hope is to help break intergenerational poverty or living paycheck to paycheck, feeling of I'm never gonna get, or I don't have as much income as I have money going out. You know, just kind of getting people in a place. If they need a GED, they can help them get that. If they need whatever their goals are for their families, like I can think of one person she's working with now. The first step was to help the person get a job, and she helped do resumes with him, and then he was able to get a job. And the next step was let's look at GED and maybe eventually getting a job that's higher paying. So she's just wonderful, and it's been so good to have her on our team and to see what she's doing already. She just started, she did training for a long while, and now she's just starting to meet with families, and she has like 3 or 4 already that really working with to reach these goals and to accomplish better life for themselves. And
I mean, yeah, she's changed.
yeah, and literally giving them hope to continue on, and we can get in a dark place, feel overwhelmed, and I don't even know the first step to getting out of this mess that I'm in right now. And so where can I go? You can come to the Salvation Army, and we can help you navigate what it looks like to set goals and to do better for yourself and your family. So.
And do not be scared to ask for help.
Yes, absolutely.
That is, especially if you feel like you've hit rock bottom, like you're saying, you know, not having, maybe you're, you know, about to be evicted from your home, you're like, I don't know what to do. Salvation Army is a space, open arms. First thing is to just seriously say, I need help.
And we care about our people and in Muscatine, and so that's why we do what we do. And we do have emergency assistance, so if you're in a bad place one time and you're not interested in Pathway of Hope, sure, we could go out. But if it's a lot of things that are adding up and you really need help in a lot of different ways, Kim will just do, she does a fantastic job, and we're just so glad to have her. And I'm excited to see where this goes in just the next few months, you know.
And for that too, I mean, it's, you know, you could have, you know, the situation like one that you were telling me about, you know, not having a job, you know, the GED, you know, finding housing. She's not going to throw it all at you at once.
No.
She's going to break down, figure out what needs to be first, create those action habits and those steps to the next goal. Yeah,
we need realistic, manageable goals. If okay, let's find a job and a house all in 1 week. It's not likely that you're gonna not get there as quickly as you want. But if you say, okay, let's start with the first thing we can do, and then navigate that, and then the next thing. Really manageable goals to get you to a good place.
You said it. Love it.
Love it.
It's perfect. And I can't believe we're about to talk about this. We're talking about summer.
Yes. We don't have a lot of information on summer.
Stop clapping.
But the fact that we will have summer days again.
It's gonna fly now you jinxed it. It's gonna fly. All of a sudden March, April, May, and June or May, it's just gonna disappear and it's gonna be summer.
Yes.
How to register for camp?
Yeah, so we haven't gotten all the details together. I'm actually going to be meeting with Mary here pretty quick, because we have continued staff that come back every year. It's mostly teachers that work during the year, but a lot at our day camp. So once we get information on that, we will get it out. I want to put it out there that we are doing our day camp, and that kids had a blast last year. And you know, Lucas and I came in when they were doing summer day camp, and we were right in. And some of my memories of Muscatine, my first days, were working with the kids at day camp and getting a big giant water slide and having a good time. So I'm excited.
I remember seeing some really good pictures of day camp between Salvation Army. Maybe Lucas had too much fun.
It's true. I gotta make sure reeling him in sometimes. But be on the lookout in the next month, and I'm sure we'll talk about it more as details unfold, about register and how to get your kids involved. And you know, this is a great opportunity for lower income families that are struggling to find a place for their kids to go this summer, but are still working, because Mary really tries to keep the costs down, and we work with her to try to keep the costs down, and by getting grants or different things as we can. So the kids have a blast, and I love going on field trips with them, so I'm all about it. And we do have some other things gonna be like kind of unraveling with summer months, like Christmas in July. We're crazy this year. So we want to start Christmas early and kind of just throw them July, like Christmas in July, and
Yep.
then later on in the year, I get distracted too.
I've been watching the flowers go left and right now.
Later on in the year, we can have another sign up, but that will give people a chance to sign up. And if they are hearing about it, we'll say, okay, this sign up is done, but we're going to have another one in the fall. So look for Christmas in July and getting signed up for Christmas time in the summer. Weird idea, but I think it will help people to make sure they get the help that they need during Christmas time.
Your summer is going to look a little different this
Yes,
year.
yes. About it.
I'm so excited for you too.
Yeah.
And you had such an amazing start to Muscatine,
Yes.
especially Christmas, and now you have all the events. You have something going on almost every month, every week, every
Yes.
day. You are open arms, and I just absolutely love it. 2 positions that you're still looking for.
Yep.
Endless volunteer opportunities.
Absolutely.
And all of the programs that you offer for children all the way through adults. And families, I think that's so much fun.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to looking into the Family Feud.
Yes.
Because who doesn't love Family Feud?
Exactly.
I think I watch it and I just automatically think I love the original, but Steve Harvey just so much
I know.
comical. It's so entertaining to watch.
I live for it. Late night Family Feud reruns. Like,
Yes.
who doesn't love that?
I love them. And then the Pathway of Hope, I think that is perfect, and just helping people get, find the step into changing their life and for the better too. Macy, any other information you want to share with us? That was a lot.
I know a lot, and I apologize. It's been a little while since,
never
the
apologize.
brings in so many different things. I think that, again, we can never thank the community enough for the support that we have received. And, Christmas was hard, but it was amazing. And at the end of the day, we're just so thankful for where we are and starting this new year off right and helping people in Muscatine. And with the economy and everything that's going on, people are going to need help now more than ever. And there are different seasons, but life is just hard. And no matter what season you're in, you can either help or you might need to be the one that needs help. We're here for you either way.
I love it. I think this is great. Like you said, 8 months, and all of the amazing things you've already done, surpassed the 2022 goal, and you have your open door, open arms, open family.
Yes, we are.
And now you're starting your
Yes.
own. I'm so excited for you.
Sure, there'll be lots of updates along the way.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I'm living for it.
There's gonna be bads and uglies, but there's gonna be amazing bright spots.
Yes.
All right. I have been watching the amount of flowers been going out the door, and quite entertaining. So if you were looking for some last-minute flowers, some Valentine's Day gifts, head over here to Hy-Vee. They're everywhere. You can't go a single corner without seeing something Valentine related.
Yeah.
So be sure to check it out. Hello, Matt. And so be sure to come by, check out, grab what you need. Feel the love. I have one heart shirt. That is all I have. I don't have any pink or red in my closet. So, and my husband actually knew that I had this sweater in the closet.
Cute.
It is very cute and comfortable, but I even forgot that I had it. So this is as Valentine's Day as it will be today. Oh, and I just realized Ashley from Starbucks even wrote Happy Valentine's Day on my coffee cup.
Aww.
Thank you. Feel the love today. Tomorrow, tune in. We will be at Unity Point, and we will be talking about some upcoming events, especially with February being Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And then also the event for Dr. Saga is happening tomorrow night. But until then, stay happy, stay healthy. Happy Valentine's Day. See you
Happy
later,
Valentine's
Muscatine.
Day.